CNN anchor. Don Lemon is out after 17 years.
Don Lemon stunned after being let go by CNN. This following months of controversy for the longtime news anchor.
What happened there? Because it seemed like he had weathered another storm.
I was not very surprised to see Don Lemon removed at CNN. In fact, what surprised me was that he was able to stay there for so long.
But over at the network, the source tells ET everyone is floored, with another insider adding that Don's now former colleagues found out in real time when the news broke.
So I want to step back for a moment and take a quick look at how we got here.
That was Don just hours before he learned he was being let go on Monday morning. He's been with the Atlanta-based news outlet for 17 years.
It was pretty clear that new management was not going to be a fan of Don Lemon. They gave him a shot in the morning, and now clearly this is more than a demotion, it was a termination.
In a statement to staffers obtained by ET, the network says Don will forever be a part of the CNN family. We wish him well and will be cheering him on in future endeavors. Don, on the other hand, didn't seem to take the news well, saying on Twitter, "I would have thought that someone in management would have had the decency to tell me directly."
I think it's a tough position to be in.
In another twist, CNN hopped on Twitter to respond, calling his claim inaccurate and alleging he was given an opportunity to meet with higher-ups. Meanwhile, another source tells ET the network's offer, it came after Don learned he was let go, so he didn't see the need for a sit-down.
CNN is saying, well, if Don had wanted to, he could have come into the office and had a meeting with management. Maybe Don did not want to have that, so he decided to go public instead.
Of course, Don's bombshell exit comes after a marathon of controversy, like Variety's expose citing sources that say, for 2 decades, the 57-year-old exhibited troubling treatment of women and unprofessional antics. In response, Don claimed the story was made up of patently false anecdotes.
Don Lemon was clearly hurt by that recent scandal.
Yeah, remember when Don was temporarily pulled off the air in February after this comment about former Governor Nikki Haley?
If you Google when is a woman in her prime, it'll say 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Are you talking about prime for like childbearing, or are you talking about prime for being president?
What the facts are, Google it.
And yes, the presidential hopeful saw Monday's news, resharing a campaign slogan inspired by the feud. Past my prime, hold my beer.
I've sat across from him countless times, and I know he's a really talented broadcaster, so I think he's going to have a number of options out there.
And thank you for joining us this morning. CNN News Central starts right after this break.
I have no idea who will be in line for the CNN morning show chair, but I can tell you this, if I were in charge, I wouldn't fill it. I would have Poppy Harlow and Caitlin Collins lead the show by themselves. It doesn't really matter who the anchor is. What matters is that CNN is on top of the news, and so that's why I believe it's going to remain strong.